Welcome to Sage Sisters. We are sisters, besties, moms, and co-founders having a fun catch-up on parenting and life. Hi, I'm Ann.
And I'm Kate. What's up, Ann?
How's it going?
How are vibes over there?
Vibes are good. I actually just got back from a coffee shop date with Phil and Lil. I love that their names are Phil and Lil. But Lily, this is her day that she has gymnastics in the morning, and Phil always takes her. And it was nice. So we got to...
Imagining Phil at Lily's gymnastics is pretty damn cute.
So cute. So cute.
I feel like the other moms there are probably like, oh, what a cute dad.
100%. And if I showed up, they'd be like, look at this deadbeat.
Totally.
She-
You would
she's
get
only
no
come-
points
Yeah.
if you went because they're all there.
I signed them up. He wanted to do something on Thursday mornings. That's his window with her. So I signed him up. They do this, but I guarantee they think he's a single dad, or they're like, can't believe his wife has never shown up for sure.
Mhm. I love it. I can't wait to hear their stories.
Yeah, but it was cute. She was a little bit like fussy this morning. So they have a little tic-tac-toe set at the coffee shop. It's a little local place we're obsessed with. So It's just good vibes. Good vibes.
Love it.
How about you?
I'll get into mine a little bit on my low. A little bit of a funky morning here, but the week's been great. Overall, feeling good. You know, life's
Good.
ebbing and flowing. So yeah, I'm excited to podcast with you today.
I love it.
What's
Shall we
your high?
jump in?
Let's do it.
Yeah, my high is Ace's birthday was Monday, and he turned 8. And he was just feeling himself. And we have a little party coming up with some friends. But the weekend was, my mother-in-law, I said this on the last podcast, came in.
Yeah.
And we spent the Saturday just celebrating Ace. So we went to an escape room with one of his buddies. And Lola got to bring a friend. And Phil's mom, Phil, and myself went. And it was so cute. I was a little afraid that they would be too young. We picked this like candy factory theme, so it felt like spot on. And it was so cute. And they have somebody at this particular one with you in the room. So it like, they kind of help. They were helping a little bit, probably more than they usually do because we had kids. And, we started off real chill and letting the kids all do different things. And there's keys and they have to unlock things or put in codes. And at first it was like, oh yeah, you want to do it? Okay, let it be Lola's turn. Oh, let it be Conrad's turn. And then like towards the end was pressure cookery. I was like, move it. Like, I'll do it. Like I was trying to like
Can't get
chill.
trapped in the candy factory. Let's go.
Yeah. So we ended up getting out with like 30 seconds to go.
Oh,
and also
funny.
the lady kind of nudged us at the end with a couple of hints. But it was so cute. And he walked out saying, best birthday ever. And then we went to Hibachi, which is also just cute. And we just have the best friends. I have to highlight them. Our friends who moved here from California also live in Franklin now. And they have been friends with us for a while. And our kids basically have grown up from birth. They showed up to Phil and I's wedding a week after their first son was born. Like just those types of friends. And they always show up. So they had dealt with the stomach bug last week. And they were all fine, but just weak. And going to Hibachi after the stomach flu is kind of cruel. I felt so bad. But they showed up.
Bad.
It's bad. And so they showed up. Did my friend Melissa look a little green? Yeah, she did. But she showed up and they were just there to support. And I just kind of got all the feels with them, doing that for us. So
yeah, that's sweet. It's a friend if they're doing hibachi after the norovirus.
100%. She ordered plain rice, and the guy thought she was like good. You know how they always want everybody to order their own meal because it's so much food. You could literally get 2 entrees total, and it would be enough food for everyone. They really thought she was like trying to
get a free meal.
Yeah, free meal, not pay, eat her kids' food. And she was just like, we were joking because we are just oversharers. And so she was like trying to share. She had the stomach flu. It was so unnecessary. It was like, just order the white rice and chill, And then it was a funny moment where Lola, we let them have lemonade as it was special.
Yeah.
And Lola wanted a second lemonade. And I said no, but Phil had already said yes. I didn't hear him. And so the waiter was like, can she have a lemonade? And I was like, no. And he was like, Lola started to fit. And Phil was like, kind of like, "I think I said yes." So I turned to the waiter, and I just, like, didn't have to, but I was like, "My husband says it's okay." And I was just like, "Why am I explaining myself?" And, like, it felt like such a he was just, like, looking at me kind of weird, like I have to get
Yeah.
my husband's approval because he knew none of what was going around. Like, he probably doesn't have kids yet. He had no knowledge of me having to, like, cave because it would have caused a huge issue at the table. But
And
Melissa and
so
I just
he
looked at each other and we were like, "Why are we overshares? This guy does not need to know that you had the flu. He doesn't need to know that my husband gave me approval for the lemonade." It was just so awk. It was like, God.
he probably went home and he's like, "I had the weirdest table.
Yeah, he
These
was like,
women."
"These women were so strange." Anyways,
Well,
back to Ace. It was very much a high because it was so cute. So,
yeah. Well, I feel like this birthday never ends because it was
no.
like, Roseanne was out, you had that
Mhm.
fun weekend, then his actual birthday, you guys did something.
We went to a Mexican restaurant for his
Then
actual
he's got a
birthday.
party coming up.
Yeah. You're right. It's kind of brilliant for him, but it's in January. A January birthday stinks. It's cold outside,
Yeah,
so I'll give it to him.
apparently. Over and over and over.
Yeah.
So, good
He
for
was
you.
he was feeling special.
Love it.
What was
That's
your high
great.
this week?
Let's see, what did I put? I put that Sage, our company, feels like it's starting to, like, fire on all cylinders. So,
Yeah.
I was just and again, maybe I'm feeling a little more reflective this time of year. I'm thinking about the year, but
Mhm.
I feel so grateful to be starting this company with you, and then we have 3 wonderful engineers who I've worked with at my last company. But there's just, like, awesome foundation team vibes. The build on the app, which will be coming out in a couple months, is right on track, which never happens in
Right.
tech.
Right.
I've done this a few times, and it's like the fact we're as close to our roadmap as we are speaks to like how good these 3 are.
Mhm.
Um, so anyways, that feels good. I'm also just really excited to get it out there. And because it's now, T minus a few months,
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know, you and I are locked in on like, okay, launch plan and like all of that. I think some of those fine-tuned details around the product have now like, this is what we're doing. Even the name of the app, we're gonna call it Sage Haven.
Let
We've
us
like
know in the
nailed it.
comments section if you like Sage Haven. We'll do a little focus group.
Too late. Too late. It's happening. No, but it's just like all those things are like starting to crystallize. And it's
Mhm.
like, okay, now we know exactly what we got to do. We got to execute our plan, which we will. But it's like,
It's exciting. I
it's
have been
exciting.
feeling like, especially from the marketing side, we've been doing Sage Parents. There is a tech guidebook. We've been doing a lot of things with that, but there has been kind of a hold on the app communication to people and Sage Haven coming out and actually having an app they can install and use.
Yeah.
And so I'm so excited because it feels like it's like time now. It's crunch time. We're getting all of the things together as far as content to be able to put it out there in the world. And we're not, yeah, it's fast paced right now. It's going.
Oh,
It's coming
it's
up
pumping.
fast.
It's
Yeah.
pumping. And I guess just a little bit of an overview. I won't give a whole spiel. Maybe when we launch, we'll do a whole thing. But
Yeah, we should.
the whole idea of it is that it's a much safer way for your kids to message only with approved friends and family. And parents will have a full toolkit with AI powered moderation where we will stop the bad stuff from reaching your kid or from them sending something bad before it even happens.
Mhm.
That does not exist in the world. We'll give parents the opportunity to supervise and sort of create this on ramp for tech where there's a lot of supervision at the beginning and then only alerts and recaps, and then AI only as the kids age. But at the beginning, a lot of parents are trying to moderate, but they're grabbing devices and scrolling back. And this will make it so easy for them because they can get these alerts and recaps and
From their
have it
own
on their own phone.
yeah, their own device, which is so nice. Yeah.
And then just really good, really easy contact management, group chat management, usage management. The tech companies make parental controls really hard.
Right.
It need not be.
It
So
need not be,
again,
yeah.
we'll make that super simple with like great defaults that are good for kids. So I'm just excited to get in the world and
I'm excited for
Sage
the
Haven.
tool too.
Me too.
So I was kind of giving Phil the update on our coffee date this morning about timeline, and he's like, "I can't wait to use the app." So obviously We identified an issue. We had, like, reasons why with, family member dealing with mental health because of, like, online bullying and different things. But also, we want this for our own kids. So, like, I'm
Right.
excited to use the app. Like, it's time. It's time to put it in the world. A year and a half, almost 2 years later, it's time.
Well, and one of the new developments I'm particularly excited about is that it's gonna work interoperably with other apps. So not everybody needs to be on Sage Haven. If your kid has Sage Haven or your family is on Sage Haven, you get value, and they can be in group chats with the iMessage kids and the Google Message kids,
Mhm.
and again, it's just like that's an easier go to market.
Yeah, it's a protective layer for your parents that they can protect their own children no matter what other families are choosing to do. So, that's awesome.
Anyways, I'm feeling excited.
Me too. That was a good high. I agree. Bringing work into it, we don't always do into the podcast, but it is like it's super exciting time, so it's fun.
Well, and it feels like that last lap of the relay,
Mhm.
but also it's just the beginning. I know both are true, but it's like
Yeah.
for this season of preparation and getting a product live, like, we're on the last lap here.
Well, and look, I had a great, very productive, efficient day yesterday, so I'm feeling high. Are there days I still hyperventilate because I feel like there's too much to do? Yeah, that's still happening. Do I wake up in night sweats at 3 AM and furiously write notes of things I need to do the next day? Yeah, I'm doing that.
Yeah,
But it was a great day yesterday, so I'm riding that wave.
love it. What's your low?
My low is anybody who has a pet probably deals with this. And maybe or a dog, I should say, because I think other animals like cats and things are not my vibe, but they're less messy. We have a golden retriever who is so sweet, Birdie. But she's kind of getting out of puppy stage. So literally each month, I think she's getting easier and easier, because she is getting out of puppy stage. She's almost 3
Mhm.
now, or she is 3. But every time it rains here, we walk her or let her out back. And I am blessed to have a fenced in backyard because it does help with the dogs. But I can't get those paws clean enough. And when my house is clean, she comes running in with just even a damp paw after wiping it down with the towel. And it is just, really frustrating. And the one that pushed me over the edge this week is that I've been wearing a lot of cream on cream. It's kind of my vibe.
Mhm.
Cream pants, wet dog, jumped up and pawed me right before I was walking out. I lost my mind. I was like,
Yeah.
"This is frustrating." So, it's a
What do
silly
other people
low,
do?
but
Is there a solution? Or are you
I don't
just,
know.
this is dog life?
I think it's dog life. I mean, we wipe her paws with a towel. Maybe there's another towel we could use. Maybe there's, like, a different tool. So if you know a tool out there that will help with wet paws and getting your muddy
Does
dog.
this exist? Shoe for the mud. So you put them on before they go out,
Probably.
and then you take off their shoes.
That seems like a nightmare, but probably. Maybe it does. Maybe I put little booties on. It doesn't help when she decides to roll in the mud, but it
I
will.
got that good sage energy. I'm just whipping out business ideas
Yeah,
here.
if sage
Muddy
doesn't
boot,
work, yeah,
muddy
let's
paws.
maybe we could just bubble wrap the dog somehow, like, safely, where they could just go out and even if they rolled in the mud, it just something.
Well, you know that game where the humans are in those huge balls
Yeah.
and they like run and tackle each other?
Yeah, maybe some kind of smaller dog
Like a hamster wheel
bubble.
bubble for the dog.
I would never get Birdie, and she'd be so happy rolling around with that thing. It'd be worse.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, between the hair and the muddy paws, I don't know. To be honest, it doesn't look very attractive for our family.
yeah, there are a lot of upsides to dogs, a lot of sweet moments, a lot of, like, even protective, like, somebody comes to our door, she's gonna let us know. I like that, especially when Phil's gone. But there are a lot of things that you have to kinda relax on, which is having a clean house, having a lot of hair around,
Ugh,
vacuuming every day. It's a lot.
it's a lot. All right, I get it.
Yeah. What's your low this week?
Well, I kind of alluded to this earlier, but my son Calvin, who's in kindergarten, is just a bit of an anxious little guy.
Mhm.
And I feel like the last week there's been a handful of kind of debilitating anxious moments where we can't kind of do what we were planning to do.
Mhm.
And it is like every parent's like your heart breaks when your kid is struggling a little bit, no matter what that thing is, you
Right.
know? And I've heard parents whose kids have learning differences and like that is ripping their, or God forbid, like a physical ailment that's like really serious.
Right.
It's like I'm not alone in this like parent worry when
Right.
something is different or um
Yeah, but
about your
social
kid.
anxiety or whatever it is really hard to navigate
Well, and
as
of
well.
course I have no formal training, but that's not stopping me from, diagnosing him and like putting a whole plan in place. Like, so I've been reading about it, trying to like teach him these coping mechanisms. But I decided this morning after, again, he got the kindergarten bear yesterday, which I freaking hate this bear. I liked it on my first kid, and now on the second kid, I'm like so over this thing. But they send home the bear with a kid a day, and then the obligation is to take pictures, print those pictures, write a story, and return it with the bear the following day.
That's a lot.
Well, it's always like happens on the worst nights. It's like, we got other shit to do. I don't have time to
Well, if
deal
you
with
get
this.
1 day and you have to print photos, like, we aren't printing photos at home. I have to go pick that up at Walgreens or CVS, like, it's
Well,
not
and our
hard, it's
printer
just a lot.
well, last night, this tells you where I'm at with my second kid, but the printer ran out of ink. Usually we print them and they look like crap, but I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
The printer ran out of ink. I was just like over this whole David Bear experience. And I literally was like, we're drawing these pictures. And
You
I was
are
like,
a better drawer than me for sure, but, like, that's not
I
in
was
the
like,
cards.
Calvin, come help me draw. He's like, I don't want you, mom. They won't think I'm good. I'm like, listen, I can't deal with your extra anxiety. I'm just drawing this. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he didn't want to ride the bus with the bear.
Mhm.
But I'm like, Grace is with you. She'll take the bear and the bag. Grace was like, I'll pretend he's mine.
Yeah.
I'll pretend it's
That's a sweet big sis. That's
she
nice.
was doing everything. I appreciated her effort, but that did not help. Once he
Yeah.
gets off kilter on something, and again, Sunday, it was the outfit he didn't like that he had to wear under his football jersey. We couldn't get him to play. He didn't play in his football game. And again, it's like, I don't care about the football game. I care that this kid can like overcome very small.
I think it's just coping. I don't think that it's not like a diagnosis. We don't need to overly do that. It's just like coping mechanisms for things that he's struggling with right now is a really
Yeah.
good tool. Like those are things that are good for you as a parent to try to teach him. And you're probably researching it, like what things to do.
To
But
be honest, it's not working very well. Um,
yeah,
I've been teaching him like, oh, your brain, you have a worry brain. Your
yeah,
worry brain's high. And then I was teasing, I pull on his ears to like turn down the worry brain.
yeah.
Um, or like we've been talking about like you're worried about, you're making a mountain out of this thing, but really when you look at it, it's just a tiny little thing.
Mhm.
But that's just how his brain works. So I don't know. We're still figuring it out. I actually this morning was like, I think I gotta call in an expert. Like, and again, I get not wanting to take a teddy bear on a bus with kids. I don't even think that's that irrational.
Right.
But it's been one thing after the next.
Yeah.
And he has these perceptions of how specific kids that he likes will think of everything. Like everything is going through this lens of what someone else will think of it. I can't
Mhm.
stand that. It's like,
Mhm.
that's a hard way to live.
Yeah.
So I want him thinking about, well, how do I feel about it? Like,
Mhm.
do I like this shirt? Do I like this haircut? Do I like this bear? Um, but that's not how it's working right now. So it just it's kind of heartbreaking.
It's hard when your kid's going through it, like you said, but I think you're doing the right things by one, paying attention to it, and
Yeah.
two, trying to figure out what works to like help them. I think that's good.
Yeah. So
I'm
anyways,
sorry. That's tough.
yeah. Well, and I just I always feel good when I have a plan, you know?
Mhm.
But today I was kind of like, I think it's time for the experts.
Yeah.
Um, so anyway, I'm gonna get him a little kid therapist, I think.
I think it's good. It's a reason that there's a lot of people doing it right now, for sure.
I know. I just was worried, like, I don't want him getting labeled as something. Maybe this is just a
You're
phase.
thinking too much. I think at that point, just do
I gotta
what's
turn
helping
down my
him.
worry brain.
Yeah, turn down your worry brain. Do the next best thing, as Anna and Elsa would say, and you could tell I have a
I was
two-year-old
gonna
that only
say,
watches Frozen.
oh my god. My therapist is actually Frozen characters now. I'm fine with that, actually.
Yeah.
I think they're right
It's
about
good
let it
advice.
go. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I know. It's really good advice.
Let it go. Do the next best thing. Okay.
Yeah,
I see you working.
I see you working, Frozen. I see you working.
All right. Let's get into the topic. You are up this week.
I
What did
am.
you bring for us?
I'm excited about this topic, and per the usual, it could take us down a couple different avenues, but the whole theme is basically how to talk to your kid about being healthy and active in a healthy way. So, like, not, talk to them about different body types and not having them feel negative connotations towards food as we talk about unhealthy healthy food, kind of like
Mhm.
making them feel confident and strong about making the right choice and not having to fight them every time there is
Mhm.
we don't need this much sugar or whatever it is. But we've talked a little bit about food. We've talked on this podcast about, like, our obsession with this Yuka app that really does kinda help you identify additives and things and just make you make healthier choices. So how are we communicating that to our kids and family, and kind of just that whole topic there
I
is
love
what I
it.
wanted to talk about today.
No pun intended, but there's a lot of meat on that bone.
Good Lord. Good
Um,
one, Tom Indris, with your jokes.
totally. They come to me so
I
naturally.
know. Our dad, if you haven't heard the past podcast, he has a lot of good jokes going.
Yeah, total dad joke.
Yeah.
Um, all right, cool. Well, do you wanna kick it off about, like, things that you've done or, like, how you're thinking about it?
Yeah. So I've obviously, again, now a salesperson of the Yuka app, have shown this to a lot of friends. And what's fun is some of the kids are a little bit older too. And the moms have been telling me that their kids are obsessed with scanning stuff too in a positive
Mhm.
way. So they'll go around and be like, oh, I love these. Oh, no. Okay. Well, what else? And so the kids are actually using the app in a
Oh,
way
cute.
that's like letting them find their own choices. So we have picked, maybe we start
Mm.
with snacks since we've talked about food.
Mhm.
Taking a snack that you are eating currently or your kid is eating, and then identifying if it's good or bad for you. So again, when you scan the barcode with this app, it will tell you a range rate between 1 and 0, or 0 and 100. And 100 means it's excellent, and
Yeah.
0 means it's bad. And it'll tell you the reasons why it scores
0 is
low.
Skittles,
Yes.
100 is broccoli.
Yeah, exactly. So it also tells you why. So again, you can go in and you can identify, okay, if it's additives and high additives or high sugar, it's usually a no for me. But if it's like high in carbs, sometimes I'm like, oh, the kids are fine with that. Like, it just kind of, you get to make your decisions and it's very just transparent. So I love it because if you eat like veggie sticks or something, we kind of identified veggie sticks are not so great, or those Annie's organic crackers, which you would think are better because of goldfish, better than goldfish. They're not good at all. And so
Yeah.
but like those hippies, those like white puff hippies are great.
I don't know
And
hippies, I'll have to look for that one, but
yeah, those are
you told me
delicious.
about this app, and I was kind of I don't know, for whatever reason, I was just I hadn't done it, and then finally, curiosity got me, and I'm like, "I think I am feeding them pretty healthy food."
Uh-huh.
I think it was almost like, "Shoot, am I gonna learn something I don't wanna learn?" You know?
Did you?
Yep, but I will say the app is excellent. We
Mhm.
should get some sort of partnership with these guys. It's YUKA, Yuka. It's free. Even the story of the app is, like, very compelling. It's, like, independent company. They're not getting any kickbacks. Like,
There
that's,
is
like,
an
a whole huge
upgrade.
part of
I
it.
think I think you can pay for like recommended
Usage.
suggestions, I think it goes up. So there is like a paywall, but the free version is what I'm using right now and it's great. So,
Well, same. And to your point, so I downloaded it, I went to our whole grain Cheerios. Eek.
I know. I was
As
telling you this.
you
Yes.
kinda thought that was coming, but I was like, "Okay, that actually has a ton of crap in it." And then I was like kinda went down a rabbit hole because I was a little bit, "Is this a big deal or not a big deal? Are these additives a big deal, not a big
Right.
deal?" So then I went down the Chat GPT, "Tell me about this additive, tell me about this additive."
Yes.
And then as I read, I was kinda like, "Okay, a little bit, this looks science-backed. These are not good." Um but it actually gave me more confidence in Yucca and what it was saying as I did the research on these, particularly the additives, which to me, it's like, I'm used to thinking about organic, whole grain, calorie, how much sodium, how much fat. Like, that's kind of the mental model that I was judging these things on. I wasn't really on this additive train.
Yeah.
And maybe this is just like a bigger macro issue right now. I think everybody is kind of figuring out, what is this stuff in our food?
Yeah.
Why does it have a shelf life of 15 years?
It's a hot topic, and even some celebrities that I follow that are super health conscious, like, before, I feel like their vibes were, like, not just low fat, but, like, really, like, no carbs, like, all the things. And
One for kid, it
now
was sugar. We were always
right.
looking at sugar. Yeah.
Well, and now I'm seeing a lot of them change, like Kristen Cavallari, for instance. I follow
Mhm.
her, really like her podcast. So, anyways, she's now pushing this agenda that's like, it's not really about anything, but, like, is it natural? Like, is there additives? Because that's not it. So I just eat healthy foods that are good for me, and I don't worry so much about the other stuff. And whether that's
Mhm.
true or not, I don't know, because she looks great. I need more tips. But the whole point is, especially for kids, I'm not trying to
Supernatural
push
all the
this.
way to the Ozempic shot in her belly. Sorry if you're not on it, just saying, I
Yeah,
think there's a lot of that. It's like, "Oh, I'm so healthy," and then behind the scenes, I'm like, "Mhm."
yeah, it's like, you know, I forget what J Lo's whole thing was, but it felt a little like, "Oh, I look great," and then she started to say her regimen, and it was like, "Well, I eat no carbs, no sugar, no this." It's like,
No
yeah.
alcohol,
Yeah, no alcohol.
no
I work
meat.
out. I have a nutritionist. I work out all the time. I don't know where my J Lo voice came from. That wasn't even J Lo, but,
That was horrible.
it was
I'm
bad.
not good at impressions, so I don't wanna throw stones from
Yeah.
my glass house, but,
Well, she was very soft voiced and
that's no, JLo's she's Jenny from the block, you gotta give her some sass.
yeah, that wasn't right, but what I was saying was
Or
right.
maybe that is now that she's a raw vegan, basically, so maybe that is her
Well, it's
voice now.
like, yeah, like, of course you'd look great if that's what you did every day. But anyways, I digress. Go down a little rabbit hole.
Well,
I
one thing
think
I've gotta mention, though,
what?
when you and I lived together in Chicago in our 20s, and we would see, like, some supermodel-looking body, you and I would always look at each other and be like, "She doesn't look like she has any fun."
Yeah.
No fun. I still
The
do
things
that sometimes
the
when I see
things you tell
someone, like,
yourself. Yeah, I'm like it's like the same thing when you see I always joke with Phil. It's like when you see, like, a single guy who's at the gym all day looking great, gets in his sports car, I'm
mhm.
like, he's unhappy. He's not.
He doesn't
He
look
he
happy.
doesn't look happy, He needs some, like, kids pulling on him and a wife nagging him about something. He's just unhappy.
Yeah. She's too hot. She
He
can't be happy.
he has too much money, He doesn't
Right.
even know what to do
He
with it.
it's problem. Too much money is a problem.
Anyways, but yeah, so I think the version of that, though, is talking to your kids about the natural, healthy food versus like, less fat, no carbs, blah, 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 even sugar. Like, low sugar are not like, like, can't have cake every day, but you can surely have cake on your birthday. That's not an issue. And I
Mhm.
don't wanna be the parent that the kids never see me eating a bite of cake either in those moments, right? Like, I think there's a real balance there of
Does it have to be a natural cake?
no, I mean, for Ace, we got him that, like, DQ ice cream cake. There's nothing natural about that. I put so many
Oh,
additives in
those
my
are
body
so
for
good.
oh, it was so good. It had extra crunchies because it was, like, football shaped and extra crunchies. Anyways, I think that's okay. It's like, 1 day a year he can have and we can have a couple bites of something that's terrible. However, it just can't be every day. So having them make healthy choices every day.
So, ha here's where so I feel like if I'm cooking food, I can put together decently healthy meals for the kids.
Mhm.
Where the wheels fucking fall off over here, snacks. And how you manage snacks. Are you letting your kids snack? I feel like we're getting better,
Mhm.
but my kids do wanna come home and, again, kind of right after school or, kind of in that afternoon window or on the weekends. I don't know, my kids, they're gonna be enormous, but they eat all the time.
Yeah.
What are you
You
doing
mean
about snacks?
they're so tall. You mean enormous by height. They are huge, they're growing fast, and they have appetites that are like teenage boys sometimes right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both of them.
yeah. Here's the thing is, I can be better at this, but I do love kind of prepping snacks for the kids to be able to grab because I like it in those moments where I don't have to be like, they can grab whatever snack they want from a healthy standpoint, right? So we have unlimited fruit section that they can grab from. Anytime you want an apple or a banana or an orange or whatever your fruit of choice is, they can grab that themselves. It's pre-washed in our, refrigerator. So it's like they grab it, they can have it.
It's already gone
Now,
through the salad spinner.
yeah, already been through the salad spinner. So, and then, like, there's little things like those little Archer's meat sticks. My kids love those. Okay, you can grab those. I'm fine with it. We've
How
been
did
doing
that
a
do
lot
on
of
Yucca? Did it do well?
yeah, it did pretty well. I
My
can't remember
chomps didn't do
exactly.
as good as I thought it was going to. I was a little
Well,
disappointed.
if you look at, again, the things in them, it's probably high fat, like, there's different things going on, but, like, I I think overall they're a fine like, a better choice than some things.
Mhm.
Yogurt, we found this, I'm gonna say it wrong. It's like Oikos. How do you
I
say
want you
that?
to try to say it just for fun.
Or Oikos. I don't know why I had that accent too. Oikos.
J-Lo's back.
Yeah, James. I only eat Oikos, but it's a protein yogurt, and I love
I
it.
can see you saying that.
Uh,
Protein yogurt. Okay. Well,
you
we
can
found
even
it.
add more protein into it. But
Is it
anyways,
Greek or is it reg?
it's Greek protein yogurt, I do believe,
Okay.
and it comes in a big jar. We do vanilla too, and it rated pretty highly. So, anyways, I mean, I'm fine with some of that. You can get like a good granola that rates high on the app, and those are things that like I try to pre-make some things so they
Do
can
you
just
have
grab and go.
any bars? Because my kids love a bar.
The
And I will say, I thought I was doing pretty good with these Z bars because they're
it's
high protein.
no,
Horrible.
it's really hard.
Yuka said no.
So, Made Good has created they have little snack packs of granola balls that
Yeah.
did pretty okay on in Co like, at Costco, they do them, but they have a bar too that's the exact same granola. They're small, but there's, like, a chocolate chip and a berry,
Uh-huh.
and they were decent. Like, it's really hard to get a good bar, I think,
Mhm.
if you're not making it at home yourself, but that one
Well,
was,
the
like,
bars that they
kind of the
recommended
best.
after I scanned my Z bar and it was like, "You really shouldn't." They looked gross. It was like that fruit leather. My
Yeah.
kids are not eating that. That's it. Fruit leather. I always tried to get them to do it, and they think they're gross.
I don't know, there's that Bears, almost looks like a fruit roll-up that you can get you could also get it at Costco, but it rated pretty highly, and the kids like that. It's almost like
I
a
don't know
fruit
if I
roll-up.
saw that, but I'll keep my eye out for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me know if you find like a good bar replacement because I do feel like when they're hungry,
Yeah.
they'll eat some meat sticks and maybe I can live with chomps or maybe I'll find one that's a little more healthy, but they want some bar. The other thing is sometimes they want something sweet and I've been
Mhm.
trying to figure out they're not getting fooled by my fruit anytime offer.
Well, here is what I did that the kids were eating. Maybe your kids won't eat it, but I was taking dates, and I pre-made them on Sundays. It's not hard. You take the date pit out of it, and you pour a little peanut butter, or some people put coconut in it, like different things. We like peanut butter, or I was doing, because they knew no different, I was doing almond butter, and then you would pour a little bit of chocolate over it and put it in the fridge and kinda let it harden, and you can do a little sea salt over the top, but anyways, I have a little container in the refrigerator, and they could grab that, and it's like a nice little chocolate bite, and they weren't doing the, like, dark chocolate. They didn't like the flavor of any of the healthier dark chocolates. Um, there's another one called Hi-U, I think, too, that's a chocolate bar that everybody's been talking about. It might just be HU, but it's a healthier bar
Okay.
that you can get, and that's easier because 'cause you're not making it.
We did well, we had I've been telling you we've been baking, and
Yeah.
I've been trying to again, can we bake healthy treats to, like, fill that gap? We had
Yeah.
one that sounded really close to your date one. It was funny, it was on Instagram. I saved it. Grace happened to be looking over my shoulder, and she's like, "What's that recipe? What's that recipe?" And the woman was like, "These are amazing, but I don't have a name for them."
Yeah.
And it had a banana, peanut butter, honey, peanuts, you free yogurt, and then
Yeah.
you freeze it, and then you dip them in chocolate. You can do a little
Mhm.
sea salt. And
Those are great.
Grace was coming up with the name for it, and she named them Nene Pobachos
Where
for
did she get that?
banana, Nene.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Peanut butter is Pobo.
Okay.
Cho is chocolate.
Nice. Okay, I see where she's going with that now. That
So
seemed very
Nene
random at
Pobach
first.
totally. Sure, the way her brain works is hilarious, but she was like, "Well, I know what we should call these. Nene Pobachos." I was like, "Excuse me?"
Like, explain that to
But
me.
it is kinda catchy. And
Yeah.
anyways, we made a batch of Nene Pobachos, and
Did they
they were
crush 'em?
fire, fire.
I
The
love
problem
a
is,
good
I can't add the burden of making snacks all the time, but
yeah. Well, you know what rated decent? I'll have to look up through my app to see how much because I can't remember the last time I did it. Triscuits. I thought Triscuits were gonna be garbage. Actual original Triscuits are not bad.
really,
Yeah, they
I
also have
haven't
the
scanned
Simple
them.
Mills ones that are pretty decent, but, like, a cracker our kids like crackers. They also have the Canyon Boulder chip, which they have a thin and crispy, and those are rated pretty decently as well for a
Is that
chip.
kind of tortilla style, or is that
No,
potato
it's like
chip?
potato chip kettle style.
Mm.
And, like, I don't know, I just trust these brands more, and, like, with Lay's coming out with this recent recall of, like, something in their chip, it can cause you to die. It's like, "Oh my gosh," they put it on the highest l risk recall of Lay's potato chips. It's like, something is going
Yikes.
on in our food world right now that's just scary. So, like, a trusted brand that you continue to stay on top of, like Siete, I'm obsessed with. They
See, it
did
tastes
recently
good.
sell and maybe it was Pepsi, I can't remember, they sold to somebody, so it's just keeping an eye on it to make sure they have the same standards, like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm trying to do right now, but when you find a good brand, it's good.
Now, how are you letting your kids snack anytime they want? Or
Again, with
how are
fruit,
you reining it in? Because I do get so freaking annoyed when
I
they've snack, dinner comes around, not that hungry.
when they get home from school, immediately they're allowed a snack,
Yeah.
and look, it can be fruit, and that then it can be like a little bowl of the Hippies or a cup a cup of the Triscuits, but I try to
Hippies
limit
like a
it.
popcorn, you said?
It's like a little, puff stick, like a healthier Cheeto,
'Kay.
but they have a snack after school because 'cause they're
Yeah.
starving, and then I try to limit them before dinner, but it's hard because 'cause we're eating at 5:15. I mean, it's like they get home from school, they have a snack, and then we're eating dinner, but, I again go with the fruit. It's like Nate Bargatze said, eh, "Tell me your fat fruit friends," because everybody was trying to tell him, like, "Well, you gotta watch the sugar and fruit." It's like, "Name your fat fruit friends. Tell me now." I love that. I think about it all the time.
I haven't heard that skit.
Yeah, every time I eat a banana, it's like, "Okay, it's too much sugar." "Okay, who are your friends who eat only fruit that are fat? Tell me." It's a good one.
That's funny. I know,
Yeah.
I went on a kick for a while, that was like, "Can I get 6 servings of fruits and vegetables a day?"
Mhm.
Just like, "Can I fill up on fruits and veggies?" I think that helps too, just, like, making a huge push to do that. I don't love fruit, to be honest with you. I like veggies more than fruit, but
Yeah. Well, veggies are good too, it's just picking your thing, having
yeah.
them ready. Well, let's move away from food and talk about, like, are you talking to your kids about, like, body image or anything yet? Because I know, like, my biggest thing is I want my kids to be confident and not be thinking so much about like, if they just naturally are making healthy choices and they're not even thinking about it, subconsciously making healthy choices,
Mhm.
that's where I want them to get to, where it's not them ever having the complex that we had, which is like, should I or shouldn't I eat this? Is this, like, I don't want them thinking about their body for a very, very long time, you know?
Okay, here is my hypothesis on just how to talk about skinny, fat, healthy, not healthy, is like, we kind of grew up in the '80s, '90s with, like, a real aggressive diet culture.
Yes.
And um, I had a lot of friends that were anorexic, bulimic, but like skinny was the only option. And then I think, I've seen this big body positivity um, thing. And I think, fat is beautiful. All bodies are beautiful kind of push. And I've
Yep.
seen that. And there's definitely some tenets of that I like.
Mhm.
Um, and I agree that you can be healthy in a bigger body.
Right.
And I love that that's being recognized.
Mhm.
But also to completely ignore the
Obesity levels in our country.
the obesity levels and the health risks associated with that is also a little bit like tone deaf. Or just again, we got to follow science. We got to continue to follow science. This is just a belief. I don't think it's that controversial, but it's like
Yeah.
we can't ignore that either, can we? And
Right.
we can't celebrate that to the point where we're encouraging unhealthy choices. So, like most things in this world, it ain't diet culture. It isn't celebrating obesity.
Somewhere
It
in the
is
middle.
the middle where we
Yeah.
go. And to the kids, we do say a lot, I don't want you commenting on anybody else's body.
Yeah.
And
If it's a
one,
physical feature, do not comment on it.
do not comment on it.
Yeah.
And again, I kind of am trying to teach them that balance
Mhm.
of you can be healthy at a lot of different sizes,
Mhm.
right? So
Yep.
don't assume someone with a bigger body is unhealthy.
Right.
That's not correct.
Yep.
But also, I highly encourage you to make these choices that keep your body in the best shape that it can be, in the
Right.
healthiest possible way that your body was meant to be. And
Right.
everybody's body at its health looks different. And like I always think of one of my best friends is
I
a
think
stockier guy. And his quote was, I train like a triathlete to maintain chubby. And
that's so relatable, especially at this
I
age.
know, but that makes me die. But I actually think that's true. Like,
Yeah.
in his case and others, it's like he is healthy in a bigger body.
Yeah.
Um, so anyways, all of this to say, world, can we please just find a reasonable balance
Medium.
point
Mhm.
in the middle?
Yeah.
Um,
I'll go one step further too to say my goal in life is to never have my kids hear me say something about my own body too. And that
ooh,
is
that's a hard one.
very difficult. And I'm
Yep.
not saying I have accomplished it 100%, but I am actively trying to make a point not to hear them have me say anything negative about my own self. Is hard.
That's hard. Well, and one of the
Mhm.
things that's tricky is like to try to be my healthiest, I'm trying not to eat a ton of carbs.
Right.
So I will make pasta or butter bread
Right.
or something, rice, and I won't have it.
Mhm.
And they're like, "Why not, mom? Like, is this unhealthy? Is this unhealthy?" And it's like, and I don't know
We've
exactly. I just kind of go, your body's different. Your body needs different things than my body needs.
That's
My
right.
body doesn't need a ton of carbs. I sat at my desk and worked all day. I didn't run around on the playground like you did.
Well, I even
Um,
say, like, adults, you are growing, your body's growing, you need these nutrients to feed you to grow.
right.
My body has already grown to the height it's gonna be. Wasn't as tall as my sister's, so don't say that because that's a negative to my own self, but it grew to where it needed to be for me, and, like, I say that angle. It's like, "Okay, I am already grown, your
Mhm.
body's growing, you need different things than I do." I try to say it that way too, but
Yeah, I have friends that are struggling with this with their kids whose kids are maybe in a little bit bigger bodies and also want snacks all the time or want sugar all the time, and
mhm.
it's like, that's a tricky
Yeah, because 'cause you're not gonna give kids snacks.
when you don't wanna I feel like you don't wanna go to diet culture where it's
Yeah.
like that
That's why
that scarcity of, you've earned a piece of candy or something. It's like,
right.
ugh, gross.
Well, I just think natural foods, organic when it needs to be, and somebody told me this once, I don't know who it was, maybe it was Phil, but it's like, you need to eat organic, so they say, when it's something that doesn't have, like, an outside core. Like, so for instance, if you are eating blueberries or something that you're eating directly, that should be organic. If it has something over it like a banana, like, there are debates whether or not that needs to be organic. So I kind of rule of thumb it, like, if it's an apple, if it's fruit, we
Yeah.
try to stay organic. If it's veggies, we try to stay organic. Do I need to get an organic bar? I mean, it just depends if there's more additives and things in it. So when it says organic, it doesn't necessarily mean healthy. But when it comes to fruit and
I'm actually
pesticides,
kinda skeptical on the organic label, only I have a friend
it's
who's sort of
controversial
in
for sure.
ag, and
Yeah.
she's kind of been in my ear going, "There's a lot of bullshit in organic."
Yeah. There is.
Um,
There
so
is.
I guess it's not like I don't believe in safer food sources, but, like, not all GMO is horrible.
Yeah.
I don't want you dumping bleach on my food. I don't want you putting a ton of chemicals in my food. I think, like, we can all agree on that, but it's like I think we do have to be careful with all organic is good, all GMO is bad. It's like, actually, there's a bit of nuance here.
Yeah,
And
I
the
should
world
educate
doesn't
a
love
little bit more.
nuance. I know the
Yeah.
world doesn't love nuance, but I think there actually is some nuance here that's important.
I think that kinda leads into plastics too. Like, I think it was known that you can have, plastic containers or plastic bags, and all these things are kinda coming out, which I do follow, which is like, if you're putting your food that you're gonna eat directly in a plastic bag, it can take on, especially if it's warm, it can take on that plastic. If you're microwaving in a microwave in quotation safety plastic bowl, it still can have chemicals going in your food, and so I kinda believe that too, so I've kinda moved our family to, like, glass, all of the,
Mm.
or the materials that are not plastic.
I don't know if you have a tinfoil hat on or if this is real. I'll dig in. Here's what I'll say. I'll do the research. I'll follow the science. I'm not 100% for sure about this one yet, but I haven't
Follow the
done the work
science.
either. But I know you lost your mind when I tried to reheat food in a plastic container over here once. So it's like
Yeah.
if you have articles, I will read them. I haven't made this leap yet.
I'll send you stuff, but I do think it's a small change. It's like anything, it's like they tell you, and they've always told us this, "Don't drink from plastic water bottles, especially if it's been in a hot car." Okay, I believe that.
Who says that?
A lot of people, you haven't heard this?
No,
I mean, it's not a tinfoil hat, it's science, baby.
I don't
I'll
know.
send you more.
Send me
My
more.
job
I'm
here is
open
not done,
minded.
I'll send you more.
I'm open minded. I will read the research and follow the science. I just want to make sure there is some science and not some influencer selling glass containers to you.
I do follow influencers too, but not all of them are not following science themselves.
Agreed. I'm open minded. I'm open minded, but trying to find the
Yes,
balance. Trying to find the balance.
indeed.
Do you have any other thoughts on how you're talking to your kids about bodies or
Well, I think it's about physical activity too. So we've kind of hammered home on the food, but I think we should take a moment just to talk about getting, like, it's kind of goes with what Sage Parents is talking about, which is trying to get more in real life play, in real life things. And so if
Mhm.
your kids are going outside and not sitting in front of screens and they're getting active, that is already healthier, no matter what it is. Even if they're playing house outside or whatever their interests are, being outside and just moving is so much better for them. But I have this thing where, we've already talked about, one of my kids is really into sports and he naturally is outside playing, throwing a football. He's
Mhm.
just getting so much physical activity. My other daughter is interested in, she plays basketball, she does these things, but her interest level are art or things sitting down, which is not
Mhm.
bad either. That's great. But trying to get her to be more physically active. And so one thing Phil and I always do is we work out in front of our kids and we invite them, like, we'll work out, especially when it's warm outside in our garage, outside in the neighborhood. We have neighbors work out with us. And they kind of have joy sometimes doing some things. We're not asking them to work out all the time, but they'll do a couple push-ups with us or different things.
Mhm.
But having them see us work out is huge. The second thing is I've been trying to find things that maybe fit her interest more. She's gonna hate me, but I just signed us up for this Healthy Kids running club that
Oh.
on Sundays, for 5 Sundays, that's it, in the spring, they run by age. And so she'll run a quarter mile and it's
Is
with
it with
people.
you or is it with other
It's with
kids?
our kids. Ace will run a half mile, and they even have a 2-3, so Lily gets to run a 50-yard dash or something.
Cute.
So, I don't know, they're probably gonna hate it, but I'm just trying to do different things that, like, it doesn't have to be sports, but you need to be interested in moving.
We had a run club at school, and I signed Grace up mostly because I wanted more childcare. I'm like, "They'll watch her for another hour if I do run club." Yep, I'm doing that.
Yeah, wave it in.
And then the next year rolled around, and she looked at me, she goes, "Don't even think about it." She got wise to it, and she was like, "Don't even think about signing me up for a run club." I was like, "Okay." Jeez.
This is probably the reaction I'm gonna get after like, the
100%.
first dash will be fun. The second one, they're gonna be, like, giving their middle fingers to me
Well,
for
she
sure.
she was funny. She came home, she goes, "Do you know all we're supposed to do is run laps? That's it.
Yeah.
There's nothing else to it. They count them, but that's
Yeah.
it." I was like, "Yeah, but
No.
how cool. How many did you get?" She was like, "Ugh, no."
Well, and flip that on the other side. Ace is a part of it, so is Lola in our area. This is at school. They call it track, but it's basically running a couple
Yeah,
laps before school. And you get little feet on a necklace for every lap you do. So
okay.
he's so dang competitive. He's trying to beat 5th graders, you know? So he's running his heart out that I'm almost like, "Hey, cool it, calm down, it's before school." And Lola is like, we're always like, "How many laps did you get today?" And he's like, 8, 7.5, the most out of anyone. And Lola's like, "I don't know, 1, 2." I'm like,
Mhm.
"Whatever, who cares? You're
It is
walking,
so
I don't
fun. I
care."
mean, you and I say this all the time with kids' personalities, but, like,
Yes.
you have a kid, you roll the dice, and you get what you get, and these
Mhm.
kids come out so different.
It's
So
hilarious.
it's and people think, "Oh, parenting, I'll have the same parenting style," but it's like, your kids are quite different, my kids are quite different. I'm parenting them the same. They
Mhm.
just are different.
Yeah,
I don't think that's because of anything we've
that you
done.
did differently. Yeah,
No,
no. You get what you get. I like that.
I know. I unfortunately, both of my kids kinda prefer indoor.
Yeah.
And again, I'm, like, a huge proponent of, like, in real life, get your ass
So
outside
what are
and,
what
like
are you doing to try to get them to do movement indoors then?
well, I literally kick them outside.
Yeah.
I'll lock them out there.
Yeah.
They're like, "No, mom, please, like, I'll do something inside. Can I build with my Legos?" I'm like, "Nope, it's outside time."
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, in the summers when they can be in the pool out back,
Mhm.
they're usually
It's easier.
fine. It's
Yeah.
easier, but
Mhm.
it's like I'm like, "Go play in the cul-de-sac. Go you can go see if the neighbor kids are home."
Yeah.
But they always joke I'm locking them out of the house.
You're like, "Yeah, this is happening."
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
It's helped actually since we got the Apple Watch because 'cause I've let Grace walk to her friends. I'm
Yeah.
like, "Go walk, a little bit further and see if so and so's home."
Yeah.
And again, I think that's more interesting to her, so she's more willing to do it. She's also getting a little bit more into basketball, so sometimes she'll go out and play
That's
basketball in the
nice.
cul-de-sac,
Yeah.
which of course I love. It's, like, great.
Mhm.
But, yeah, it's like there is a little bit of tension on my side when I'm like, "Who wants to go outside?" And they're like, "No."
Well, I don't know if this is good or bad, but it's been hilarious. So, again, it started with Ace because he wanted to one of his buddies was faster than him, and he wasn't having it. So he came home and was like, "So and so beat me, he's really fast. Like, he's just faster than me." And Phil was like, "Well, there's things you can do to, like, make yourself faster." And he was like, "Tell me everything." So Phil had him out there running cones and doing all kinds of stuff.
Oh,
He was even talking
hilarious.
about getting him strength shoes. Remember those things?
Oh, do I? I have,
Yeah.
like, trauma memories of those strength shoes.
Well, and because Phil and Ace were bodying, Lola wanted in. So they have been going out in the yard and it's cold. And they've been running like cones and doing different,
Training.
training, doing like squat jumps and different things. And it was just cute because it wasn't like aggressive, but there were like a couple moves that he was doing to show him, like, if you keep working on this, this will help your strength
Well,
in
what
this
I love is,
department.
like, Ace wanted to do it. It's not
Yeah.
like Phil out there. I feel like I can see parents whose kids are, "No, no," and you go, "You're
Yeah.
doing the cones."
Yeah, no, was that not that energy that, like again, love our dad, but in high school, he was trying to make me wear string shoes and run up the hill 10 times and do high jumps so that, like, I could play basketball better, and it's like, "Look, it is what it is. I'm 5'6". It's gonna be what it'll be."
5'6", that's pushing it.
5'5" and 3'4", so I'm not lying. I mean, I rounded
Oh,
up slightly, but
3/4, I think it's more of a 5'5" flat from my memory.
I was 5, 9, or 10 listed, so
Oh, yeah, those basketball rosters.
love those. But anyways, yes, he had interest, and then it was making Lola have interest, and even I go back to when we're working out outside. Some days they wanna work out, sometimes they don't, but it's cute when they want to, so
My kids are funny. They're like, "I'm good.
yeah.
I'll be at like I'll be over here on my iPad." I'm like, "No, you
Yeah,
won't.
yeah.
Uh,
Well,
we've done our time for the day and we must do something else."
I do think, though, I'm gonna end it with this. It starts with us having confidence about our own self, and that is really hard, especially as I'm aging as a mom. My body's changing, and I'm struggling with it, and so I'm really trying to be happy with myself
Yeah.
and make sure I'm projecting that to my kids. And I don't know how to do it every day, but I'm actively trying. And I think as long as I'm like conscious about it, like
Mhm.
it's got to do something, right?
I mean, I love that too. I'm certainly in that same headspace of, like, struggling to get this last 15, 10, um, that I just post kids, it just nothing's looking the same.
It's not the
40s,
same.
nothing's
Yeah.
feeling the same.
Right.
Um, Aging is hard,
Mm-hmm.
and especially, like, for me, I have the, like, mom pooch,
Yeah.
So I love the leggings that go up to my boobs and, like, kinda keep it all in there, but,
High
like
waisted, baby. It's the way to go.
but I do feel like I'm in the training like a triathlete and,
Yeah.
you know,
100%. It's
stuck.
easier said than done because that is just, I mean, of course. It's rare that that is not what's happening when you're in your 40s as a mom.
I know, I feel like I see all these women, I'm like, "How are you
Oh,
doing
I
it?
know. Our
How are
gym
you
is
doing
filled
it?"
with beautiful, very fit women, and I just need to know, like,
'Cause I
through
feel like I'm
osmosis, I'm
eating
like,
healthy, although the one meme that really, like, hits me to my core is, like, healthy all week, and then it's like a tug of war with the weekend,
yeah,
and the weekend is, like, winning. It's
totally. Because
like,
I do wanna have fun too.
I
Like,
know,
yeah,
that's the thing, we're so fun.
balance. Here's the thing is I just
But
said
that
body
balance is a
positivity, and we just were self-deprecating for 2 minutes, but it's so true.
but can we keep it real? Again, can we find the balance? It's like, this is my reality. I am in a dogfight
Yeah.
with this last 10 to 15 pounds.
Mhm.
And
Finding the
I
new what's the new goal? Because it ain't gonna be the six-pack that I had before kids. It's not gonna be that. What's
I'd
the
like
new goal?
I'd like to lose the little
Uh-huh,
pinch on my
uh-huh.
waist. And that's what I'm like, is this even possible at this point?
It
But again, I see women that have no pooch. So I'm like,
it's
it is possible,
it's
but
discipline, baby. It's discipline.
no weekend fun.
I think it's minimal weekend fun. I think it's not 2 or 3 days out of the weekend. I think it's
Mhm.
I would venture to say that there's probably months that that isn't even an option for them.
Yeah. There
So,
is
like,
like
there is a happy balance of what is the
I
new me
know.
because I'm not going to be 100% disciplined every day, but I am trying to minimize those times that I am. But
Yeah, I think when it comes down to it, I don't think I'm willing to give up, like, the beer, the pizza night,
yeah, the highball when the kids go to bed.
more highballs.
More highballs. That's your New Year's goal. You can't let that go.
Exactly. I gotta accomplish my goals.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just I gotta get comfortable with the new body
Mm,
because I'm not if that's what it takes and I'm not willing to really,
that's
like,
it.
give up that fun, maybe I
Well,
just gotta settle in. And the good
and
news is Chris doesn't seem to care, so
there is, like, the healthy. As long as you're being healthy, and there are times that we probably push over the holiday season, I was not being healthy. So, like, I need to get, like, getting back in the healthy, working out, doing the best I can, but maybe having realistic goals to not get back to pre-body weight before baby or whatever your goal was. Like,
yeah,
being realistic with yourself and being happy with yourself. Like, you know I'm really trying to be like, age is beautiful as I go shoot up Botox. It's just,
balance, balance.
balance, baby.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well,
All right.
I love the idea, though, that the girls especially see us and see
Mhm.
confident
Mhm.
no matter what in our head is maybe a little bit less than, but, like, I wanna exude that too for them.
Yeah. So let's try.
Alright, cool. What's your obsession?
My obsession is over the weekend, my mother-in-law was here. I said this. We went to a little gift shop, cute little place next to our coffee shop. and it had this puffer vest there from a brand that I had never heard of called Blue Pepper, BLU Pepper.
Okay.
Anyways, this puffer vest, you can turn it, it's cream and tan, 2 of my favorite colors right now, and you can turn it either color.
Oh, it's reversible.
It's reversible, thank you, I couldn't think of that word. It's reversible. It's, like, kinda cropped, but it's, like, it hits the right area,
Uh-huh.
and it is just I'm wearing it all the time. It's
Great.
so cute. With my cream on cream vibe right now, it adds a little pop, and I have worn it for 4 or 5 days straight.
Mhm.
My mother-in-law bought this for me. It was, like, her gift to me, so it was really
That's
sweet.
nice.
And, so I've been wearing it a lot, and every single day, somebody has commented that they like it.
Mm. 'Kay,
So
that's compelling.
Mhm.
I also love a vest.
Yeah.
Like, comfortable,
Uh-huh.
warm,
Uh-huh.
hides all the right things.
Yep.
You know,
And
you
this
just
is the right balance of puffy and not too puffy. The
casual, cute, perfect item.
3 weeks ago, I was walking into a school event, and I was wearing Phil's puffy coat because it was so cold, and I walked in, and this mother came up to me and said, "Oh my gosh, I didn't recognize you. I thought you were, like, 300 pounds. I thought that coat wasn't puffy, like, I just didn't recognize you." And I was like, "Oh, dang, I can't wear this coat anymore." So, this is, like, the right amount of puff. It's not a puff where
Uh-huh.
somebody's going to mistake you, but it is the perfect puff to
Lo
hide.
perfect puff.
Yeah.
Love it.
What's
'Kay.
your obsession?
Well, I mentioned a few weeks ago, we've started doing, Grace doing her own laundry, and then for every full cycle, we pay her $10.
Yeah. Full
And
cycle? I thought it was a week.
well, whatever, if it takes 2 weeks to do a full cycle. What I mean is dirty clothes, wash, dry, fold, put away.
Oh, I thought you meant every load, she's getting $10. I was like, "Dang,
Oh,
I'd be
no, no, no,
so
no, no.
rich."
No, sorry.
Okay.
Like, it could be a week, but sometimes she goes longer than a week because she doesn't feel like doing laundry, and it goes a
Mhm.
week and a half, or 2 weeks is probably the max.
Right.
But each cycle of laundry, she gets paid.
Okay.
So we were researching. I never have cash for anything,
Yeah.
and so we got her this green light credit
Oh,
card.
yes.
Have you heard about this?
We don't have it, but I have heard about it, and we've been talking about it. I think it's so cool. Go on.
It's so good, first of all. The app for the parents, excellent.
Yeah.
We showed it to her, and we set every $10, she puts a dollar aside for charity, a dollar aside to save for something long term, and then and you can adjust these things.
Yeah.
But, like, I just love teaching her about money and how to
Mhm.
save. Actually, I think it's $2 for saving something long, 1 for charity, 7 that she can blow on nonsense.
Yeah.
Um, so anyways, I like the app.
Mhm.
I like that I don't have to have cash. It's excellent. So, to me, I would love to do partnerships for Sage with
Yeah.
the Yuka app,
Uh-huh.
Common Sense Media app, which
Yep.
I use to check the media, Greenlight, which I use for the credit cards. Like, these are
Mhm.
all freaking excellent parent tools, and
Yes.
this is definitely one of them.
Yep. Would like to partner with them as well. So,
Well,
let's
you're in
make that
charge of
happen.
partnerships, so chop chop.
Yeah. Felt a little aggressive that you were adding to my list. No, but I
No, no,
agree.
no.
Those are on the list.
I just
Yeah.
meant they feel so, like, center
Yeah.
of the fairway for these are excellent tools. We'd like to be one of those excellent tools.
Yeah. I
Just
agree.
mention us in the same breath.
Yeah. We're a parent tool as well. No, I love it. So Phil is our finance guy. He has always said, like, if the kids get $50 for, like, Nana or Gigi gives them a lot of money, or even
Mhm.
20 bucks, he'll take part of it and he makes them invest it. So they get to pick whatever they want to invest in, and then he'll put like $5 in or
Like
whatever it
stock
is.
market?
Yeah, he's
Oh,
going that
funny.
far. But I think this is a great way, especially as you're doing little things to have them earn money. That's kind of like gifts or things. That's kind of all we've done. So you have
Mhm.
inspired me to I actually have the app on my phone, but we haven't done anything with it yet. So I'm gonna get back in that. I think that's
Well,
cute.
and I have plans, albeit the card is new, we're new to this whole world, but we have, set aside money for charity before, but, like, letting her pick where that money goes,
Yeah, the charity. How cool.
it's cute.
Yeah.
So she thinks about which one,
Uh-huh.
foster kids or homeless or whatever, but Yeah, that's cute too.
I love it. That's a good one.
All right. Well, that's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Okay. Let's get to it.
What's that mean? Go work on those partnerships?
I was just like slowly opening up my to-do list of like gulp. Can we keep yapping for longer so
Sorry.
I can avoid this?
I want to get off so my list doesn't get longer from you.
Find us on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook at Sage Parents. Download the guidebook, sageparents.org. It's free and awesome. There's lots of how-to videos for you. And very soon, you will be able to download the Sage Haven app. So get excited. Get ready.
Yeah, and if you have been enjoying the podcast, please pass it along to any friends who you also think would want to listen to us so we can grow our community and rate us. So those things help.
All right.
Thank you.
Lila's Tam.
Lilas.